Hey, I'm a Bug Fables speedrunner, and today we'll try to figure out if it's possible to beat Bug Fables without ever taking damage. But before we start, let's establish some rules. So, first of all, obviously, you can't take any damage, health reduction, status damage, self-inflict damage, any damage of any sort. We just need to beat the game without ever taking any damage. No glitches, so I won't be able to skip bosses even if I can. But if I absolutely need to do it because the boss is unwinnable or something like that, I'll do it. No grinding XP unless it is necessary. So I will only do mandatory fights and I won't be grinding. No file modifier, so no mystery to get random badges, medals, and we're gonna play on the PC version. Now that the rules are set, let's see if it's possible to beat Bug Fables without ever taking any damage. After learning a bit about the story of the End Kingdom and the Expert Association, we encounter V, Maki and Idol, and then a battle tutorial starts. I refuse the battle tips and I start attacking with V and Kabu normally. Because this fight is scripted, it is unwinnable, so fitting action command does not matter. You just need to make sure to not take any damage for 3 turns. After attacking Maki once with V and Kabu, the game teaches us about blocking. You simply have to press A before an enemy attacks us and it's gonna reduce 1 damage of the attack. If you block with a better timing, you will do a super block which will reduce 2 damage of the attack. Super blocking is really similar to Paper Mario, but you can't negate damage. You can only reduce it more. Thing is, Maki has 2 attack power, so if we simply block, we'll still receive 1 damage. We have to super block every hit. The problem here is that after pressing A, like the dialogue suggests, you won't super block. If we can't super block this hit, we just can't progress in the challenge. Luckily for us, there's a workaround. After pressing A to close the dialogue, we need to press it again really fast, close to frame perfect to super block. And because we are playing on the PC version, we can double press A with a controller and the keyboard at the same time. It will register both input and will super block the hit. Double mashing is super useful in speedrunning and we may need it for later. So after super blocking this first hit, you can normally super block the second and third hit to finish the fights. The Maki tutorial only took me 2 tries thanks to double mashing. After the tutorial, we receive our Explorer permits and chapter 1 starts. After gaining control of our protagonist, we talk to artists to get the Art Mode medal. This medal changes enemy and bosses' stat to make them harder. I don't think we'll use it in the run, but you never know. Then we left the association, did the save cutscene to not lose our progress, and we talked to the end guard with our permit to open the gate. Since we don't want to gain EXP unless we have to, we avoid every enemy encounters here. We make our way to Chuck. He gives us 10 berry and now Kabu has the ability to use his horn in the overworld to cut bushes or push stuff. We cut the bush behind Chuck to grab a 90 drop. In the same fashion, we grab the crunchy leaf next screen. Right in front of Snake Mountain, we grab a crystal berry and we make sure to save before entering the dungeon. We do the rock puzzle to open the trap and we grab the mushroom. We save again and start the first Spooter cutscene. The first scripted fight is pretty simple. We can't damage Spooter, so we can just do nothing every time and super block every attack from Spooter. Spooter has a base attack power of 2, so super blocking will reduce it to 0. The fight is 3 turns long and it took me 4 tries to beat it without taking damage. Then, we have a second scripted fight with V and Kabu. We only have to destroy the web, which has 9 HP. The fight is 2 turns long if you use Tornado Toes and basic attacks. Note that if you fail this fight, you'll have to redo the Kabu fight. Luckily, I got it first try. After some cutscene, Leaf joins our team and we save. While avoiding encounters, I get a crystal berry far left of the screen in a bush, hit the switch, I got a HP plus even if it is completely useless in this challenge, and I started the jelly shroom fight. We now have access to turn relay and leaf in combat. The fight is pretty free. Jelly Shroom has 6 HP and 2 leaf Icefall will take them out. So the fight, I did some puzzle to open the big door and then I went straight to the boss. Let's see what we're up against before fighting. Alright, so Spooter has 34 HP and 0 defense. He can attack twice per turn and he has 4 attacks. First one is the bite. He does 2 damage but 0 super block. He also has the poison orb that does 2 damage and 0 super block. This one is particularly easy to super block. Also the poison smog does 1 damage and 0 block. Pretty easy to mash with double mashing. The web attack goes up in the air and doesn't do any damage. Also, it'll summon an Inichaz and Jelly Shroom at 16 HP, so we'll make sure to prepare before that. My strat was to attack him with basic attack for 3 turns. Spooter summoned some ads at 16 HP, so then I switched to Leaf in front, flipped the Inichaz with Kabu, and I did 2 Ice Falls. The Jelly Shroom freeze is guaranteed, but not the Spooter freeze. You have about 30% chance of freezing Spooter with Ice Fall. I got the first freeze on Spooter and decided to not do the second Ice Fall, to not unfreeze the boss, so I just attacked the Jelly Shroom with Leaf. I just had to super block the Jelly Shroom poison orb attack, which is really easy. Then I used the Honey Drop to get my 5 TP back, and I did another Ice Fall, which killed the Jelly Shroom. After killing the Jelly Shroom, I panicked a little bit, but I decided to try another Ice Fall to free Spooter again. It failed, so I had to super block his attack again. I got it and Spooter was defeated without taking damage in 8 tries. And just like that, chapter 1 is over. After waking up from the flood, we take the spicy berry in a bush and we make our way to the Ant Queen. She gives us 30 berries and 1 crystal berry. The berries are really needed to buy items and do some cooking. Then chapter 2 starts. Alright, so now I needed to prepare for chapter 2, so I did a bunch of side quests, grabbed the bad book in End Kingdom, and I cooked 2 glazed honey and I bought 2 burly berries. Then I went right to the Waspman bush fight. Wasp Trooper has 14 HP and 1 defense. He has 3 attacks. First one is the Lance Throw that does 3 damage, so 1 super blocked. You don't want this attack or you're gonna reset the fight. Lance Slam, same as Lance Throw, 3 damage, 1 super blocked, and if you get it, you have to reset the fight. And Lance Dash that does 2 damage, 0 super block. You want this attack. The fight is 2 turns long if you don't mess up attacks, so you just want turn 1 that he does lens dash, and you're gonna be fine. Not much to say about this fight, so it's about a 33% chance of winning the fight if you get lens attack turn 1 and you super block, but you can also try Ice Fall, which is a 50% chance of freezing Wash Trooper turn 1, so I tried that and I got it in 3 tries. After the ambush fight, I went into the tunnel and went straight to Golden Path. Note that in this screen, every bush has a guaranteed berry drop, so it's really useful for farming berries. And after a bunch of crank beamering puzzle, I made my way to a golden settlement. Before starting the festival, I decided to open the mine and go back to End Kingdom, finish some side quests and buy items. So I bought 3 extra Broly Berry, and I went back to Golden Settlement and started the festival. Then I did the eating contest and the Waka Worm minigame. Then my Beamring got upgraded and I can now use Hurricane Toss. Hurricane Toss pierces 1 defense, so it's really useful for enemy that has defense. And then I started the area fight with V and Kabu. Arya has 23 HP and 0 defense. She has 3 attacks. The main one is Vine Attack, that does 3 damage and 1 super block. She has also defense up for 2 turns. And the third one is when she is on a vine, she does an air kick that does 4 damage and 2 super block. Below 10 HP, she'll summon a Venus Bud that has 10 HP, but you don't want this phase, you can just burst. You can just put her at 10 HP and then burst her with Tornado Toss or Hurricane Toss. Since we can't just super block her attacks because she has too much attack power, we'll have to up her defense. My first thought was to use Broly Berry on Kabu and taunt with him to make sure she'll attack him, but when the fight starts, she's on a vine, and if you don't hit the vine, she'll do a kick attack that does 4 damage. Even with defense up and super block, it'll do 1 damage to Kabu. This means that I can't taunt turn 1 and I'll need to pray she'll attack the one with defense up. So I retried the fight with that in mind. Turn 1, I attacked with V and used the Broly Berry with Kabu. Here, I should have used it on V since she's in front and the party members in front is attacked more often than the others. Luckily for me, Arya did the defense up attack. I put Kabu in front and attacked twice with him. Turn 3, I used the Broly Berry on Kabu and attacked with him. She attacked Kabu again. Then I attacked with V to put her at 10 HP and use a Spicy Berry on V. I needed her to attack Kabu again or use defense up. She did defense up and I finished the fight with 2 Hurricane Toss, and after 4 tries, Arya was defeated without taking damage. After Aria, I did some side quests and I got the heavy slipper medal, and I went to Golden Hills after that. I went right to grab the big rank top half, then I went left to grab the back support medal. It ups the defense of the ally in the back by 1. It's really useful in this challenge. And then I start the Venus Bud fight. Both Venus Buds have 10 HP and you have a 100% chance of freeze on them. So we can quickly finish this fight with Icefall and Thanatos. After the fight, we got our first level up. I decided to go for TP and V learned Secret Stash, sadly useless for the run. I finished the crank puzzle and I grabbed the other big crank alpha. Before the next fight, I equipped back support. After that, I went right to the Zasp and Motiva fight. Alright, so Zasp has 27 HP and 0 defense, and Motiva has 18 HP and 0 defense. When Motiva gets attacked, Zasp gains a maximum of 1 charge, so +1 attack for his next attack, and when Motiva dies, Zasp gains +1 attack for the rest of the fight. Zasp attacks are Needle Throw, which has a base damage of 2, Ninja Attack, which has a base damage of 2, and he can Taunts. When he taunts you, you can only attack him or do nothing. Motiva attacks are Little Notes. So she does 1 damage times 3, so it's a multi-hit attacks. Big Notes, which is an AoE attack that does 2 to everyone. She can buff Zasp with the attack up or defense up, and she can revive Zasp if he dies. My strat was to kill Motiva as soon as possible. Because Zasp buffs his attack when Motiva is hit, he'll have 3 attack power after he charges. So we need a defense up, cause super blocking would only reduce it by 2 damage. So we taunt with Kabu in the back with back support and super block everything we can. Turn 1, I taunt with Kabu and attack Motiva with V and Leaf. Zasp taunts Kabu, so I can't taunt anymore. I tried an Icefall to get out of this bad situation, but it failed. So I used a Burly Berry on Leaf and attacked with Kabu. I got lucky and Zasp focused to Leaf. I taunted with Kabu again and I attacked Motiva with V and Leaf. I used a glazed honey to prepare for phase 2 and taunted with Kabu. If you freeze Zasp before killing Motiva, you won't get the attack buff for the rest of the fight. I tried it, but didn't get the freeze. I finished the fight with taunting and attacking normally. And just like that, Zas with Motiva was defeated without taking damage in 4 tries. I went up and did the final puzzle, then I went back to prepare for Venus Guardian. I cooked more glazed honeys and bought more spicy berries, then I went straight to the boss. Oh boy, this is a tough one. Venus Guardian has 62 HP and 0 defense. He has a weakness to ice, so Leaf does 1 more damage for every attack he does. He has a lot of attacks, so first one is Art Seeds. When he's grounded, he'll do a multi-hit Seeds attack that does 2 damage every time. He has a Slam attack that does 3 damage to a single target. He has a Slam AoE that does 2 damage to everyone. He has a Airborne Art Seeds that does 2 damage multi-hit attack, and an Airborne Big Seed that does 3 damage to everyone. At random, he can get an attack or defense buff after he attacks. Vigu has 3 phases, so phase 1 is him being grounded, then phase 2 he's Airborne for a bit, then phase 3 at 24 HP he's gonna defense up for 2 turns and summon a Venus Bud. Alright, first of all, we're gonna use the same strat that we did on Zas Motiva, so Kabu in the back with back support and taunting. But I had trouble super blocking the single hit slam attack with Kabu, so I opted to use Burly Berry with the back support to guarantee a 0 damage on normal block. Turn 1, I used the Burly Berry on Kabu, I taunted and attacked with Leaf. Leaf does 1 more damage because of the ice weakness. The seed attack is the best tech to get, it's super easy to block. I got unlucky and the boss got a defense up buff for 2 turns, but it shouldn't matter that much. Turn 2 I used a Spicy Berry on Leaf, and I continued to use Burly Berry with Taunting with Kabu. I got him to phase 2, where his Airborne multi-hit Seeds attack is easy to super block. Here I'm praying for him to not do the Big Seeds AoE, cause it would do 3 to everyone and I wouldn't be able to super block. At 25 HP, I only attack him once with V in the air so that he would stay in the air when phase 3 starts. This means that the Venus Bud won't be summoned and he won't get the defense buff. I had to super block this slam attack, otherwise it would have done 1 damage to Kabu. I got unlucky and the boss got an attack buff. I tried my luck with a nice fall, which has a 50% chance of freezing him. And I got it. Venus Guardian has been defeated without taking damage in 18 tries. Oh boy, it's only getting harder. After collecting the artifact, I went back to the End Queen to get our reward, and I started chapter 3. I talked to Levi and Celia to start a Scarlet quest for later. Then I used my boomerang to put the bridge down, and I went straight to the Lost Sands. I then made my way to the Bandit ambush fight. Alright, the Bandit ambush fight. So the Burglar has 11 HP and 1 defense, the Thief, the one in the middle, has 8 HP and 0 defense, and the Wild Scout has 15 HP and 0 defense. The Burglar attacks are a dash that does 2 damage to everyone, and you always want this attack, and the Rock Throw that does 3 damage. You don't want this attack unless he focuses the one in the back, party member in the back, so that you can super block it for 0 damage with back support. The Thief in the middle is not really a problem. He has Wing attack that does 1 damage to everyone, and a Dive attack that does 2 damage. And then finally the Scout has a kick that does 3 damage, same thing as Rock Throw, you only want him to focus the one in the back with this attack, and Needle Throws that does 2 damage multi-hits. You can also summon another Wild Scout. Since there are 2 enemies with 3 damage attacks, my first thought was to taunt with Kabu in the back with back support, so to negate the 3 damage and super block every hit I can. And with Leaf I would hit all enemies with 1 precise Ice Fall in the middle and try to freeze them. So yeah, I tried to brute force the fight with Ice Falls and taunting, but after a while I decided to go back to cook some items. I cooked 1 Burly Bombs and 3 Spicy Bombs. The Burly Bomb does 4 damage to the target and 2 to adjacent enemies. It also reduces the defense of the target to 2 turns and adjacent enemy for 3 turns. The Spicy Bomb does 5 piercing damage to the target and 3 damage to adjacent enemies. So with the bombs, I changed my strategy completely. I start with a Burly Bomb on the middle one to reduce the defense of the Burglar and do some damage. Then, I do 2 Ice Falls to kill the Thief and try to freeze the Burglar or the Scout. You have a 50% chance to freeze the Burglar and a 60% chance to freeze the Scout. I got the freeze on the Scout, and I only needed the Burglar to not do the Rock Throw because it'll do too much damage. In this game, if you reduce the defense of an enemy that has defense, you'll do 1 more damage with bursting attacks. So here, I use Hurricane Taos with B to do 7 damage and kill the Burglar. I finish the fights with Spicy Bombs on the Wild Scout to do 10 damage combined. Just like that, we completed the fight without taking damage. After the fight, we got our second level up, and I decided to go for TP again. It took me about 15 tries, but the bombs really helped me to beat it without taking damage. I made my way to the event route, and then I went down to open the gate to Golden Settlement. Here, I got the Strong Start medal. Strong Start gives an extra turn, but the equipped partner will have double exhaustion for his next attack. Here, this bush always have 5 berries, so if you refresh the area by going down to Golden Settlement, you can farm berries really fast. After farming for a while, I continued chapter 3 by going to the Hive. Here, Leaf learned a new skill, Bubble Shield. This attack is really good for this challenge. You can make an ally invincible for a turn, or the entire party invincible for a turn at the cut of your next turn. We'll abuse it for sure going forward. After talking to the Bee Queen, we have access to the honey factory. But if we enter right now, we're gonna be stuck in the factory, so we need to make sure to be really ready. I go back to the Ant Kingdom to cook some glazed honey and buy a bunch of spicy berries. Then, I decided to do Scarlet now to have access to better metals. Scarlet is an optional mini-boss that gives access to the Underground Tavern. It's a really tough boss, even casually, so I wasn't sure if it was gonna be possible for DamageLess, but I really needed the metals, so I went for it anyway. Scarlet has 40 HP and 0 defense, and most of his attack has a lifesteal to it, so if he does damage, he'll heal a little bit every time. He has a bunch of attacks. First one is Umbrella attack, does 3 damage and heals for 2 normally. Earth attack that does 4 damage, defense down, and heals for 2. AoE attack that does 4 damage to everyone and heals for 8. Beam attack that does 3 damage. Umbrella throw that does 3 to 2 damage and heals for 3. And Dash Umbrella that does 3 damage, heals for 2 and attack -1 for 2 turns. He also has an attack buff for 2 turns where he doesn't attack. I first tried to stall the boss with Leaf Bubble Shield and Kaboo's Taunt, but V wasn't doing enough damage and it was way too long. Also, Scarlet could do his AoE at any time and even if I taunted it, so I had to change my strategy. Since Scarlet only has 40 HP, I could burst her with V and Tornado Toss, but I would need some luck with Bubble Shield. I unequipped back support and I equipped Strong Start on Kaboo. The idea here is to buff V with Spicy Berry and turn really her and just spam Tornado Toss and then do Bubble Shield with Leaf in the hopes that Scarlet focus her. I got good RNG and Scarlet focused V. I did another Tornado Toss, but I was lacking in TP, so I used the Glazed Honey with Kaboo. Now that Scarlet only has 21 HP left, I kill her in 1 turn with double Spicy Bomb and 1 Tornado Toss. That's 17 damage, so I need to stall until I put her below 17 HP. Now I'm pretty much stalling with Taunting and Bubble Shield to set up my big damage turn. I need a Spicy Berry and enough TP. At any moment during that sequence, Scarlet could have done that AoE, but I got really lucky. And just like that, Scarlet was defeated without taking damage in 10 tries. Now that we have access to the Underground Tavern, I bought status effect, which grants higher chance of status effect on enemies, Poison Attacker, which gives +1 attack when poisoned, and Super Block Plus, which increases the damage block when you super block by 1. So I used my crystal berries that I gathered until now to buy these medals. The most useful one here is Super Block Plus for sure, because we can now super block for 3 damage without increasing our defense. I farmed more berries and cooked a lot of glazed honeys. Since there's a bank accessible in the honey factory, I'm storing everything I can before continuing chapter 3. I cooked a bunch of brody bombs and spicy bombs, then I went straight to the factory. After a bunch of bubble shield puzzles, I made my way to the first mandatory fight, the Bug fight. They only have 6 HP and 1 defense. You can switch the mode of attack by attacking them. The pistol one is the easiest to block and only does 1 damage, so 0 blocked. I got it first try without taking damage. Yep. It'll do 1. So y'all kill it. Shouldn't take damage, huh? Yep. Nice. Get it? This was the easiest fight of any factory. Not much thought going to it. The next fight is 3 Abominas. They have 10 HP and 0 defense. Bite attack does 3 damage and 1 super block. They also have a bomb setup attack, but it shouldn't do anything since they lose a turn for it. When you hit them, they'll go underground and you'll need leaf to hit them again. Took me a little bit to find a good strat for this fight. My main idea was to spam Icefall with Leaf and hoping for freezes. You have about a 50% chance of freezing them, but I also taunt and mobile shield with Kaboo if I'm in trouble. Turn 2, I killed the first and second one with Icefall and I got a needed freeze on the last one. And this fight was over in 6 tries. Actually... yeah, he's dead. Alright, I think I won. Yeah. Alright. Nice. Without using item too. After this fight, I had access to the storage room and I made my way to Aoni Nation. Let's do this. Hopefully I can get this below 10 tries. Aoni Nation. He has 40 HP and 0 defense. His attacks are Oni Throw, does 3 damage per throw, and he summons little Abominas depending on the number of attack he does. A big smash attack that does 5 damage. He can charges and +1 for his next attack, and when he charges he'll do a big AoE that does 6 damage to everyone. You have about a 50% chance of freezing him with Icefall, so we're probably gonna try our luck. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. First thing first. Turn 1, I did the same strat as Scarlet, so taunt with Kaboo and Bubble Shield and attack with V. I did the same thing for about 3 turns. Okay, it's kinda annoying. Turn 4, I had no more TP, so I tried my luck with an Ice Fall. I had a 50% chance of getting it, and I got it. Turn 6, I didn't get the freeze, so I tried another Ice Fall after debating for a bit. Actually, probably this. Decent taunt. It's my only way. No. It's useless, yeah. Actually. I got really lucky in the boss focused Kaboo with the 3 damage attack. Turn 7 I got the freeze again with Icefall and I set up myself for the final turn. Turn 8 I couldn't finish him because I was 1 off. Damn, it's gonna be at, oh my god. So close. It's gonna be at 1 if I use a spicy bomb. But my best bet is probably Icefall. Damn. Icefall or Bubble Shield someone. Bubble Shield V in that case. Damn. And I hope he can still charges, so that would be really good for me. Yeah, so Icefall or Bubble Shield. Probably Bubble Shield V. Nice. So I tried Bubble Shielding on V and the boss focused her. The fight was over in 3 tries. Just to be safe. Nice. Okay. Didn't took too long. Okay, so here I have a choice between metals or probably metals now. Need more metals. And I got heavy strike. It's good. Alright, here we go. It's gonna be a weird one. After saving the Overseer, I was ready to fight the chapter boss. First try I'm probably just gonna spy and check his attack power. Just to see if I can like normal super block or if I absolutely need to bubble shield. If he does the AoE, I'm 100% dead, so we really don't want that. Oh boy, our hardest challenge yet. 55 HP and 1 defense. B33 is a killer for this run. He has a lot of attacks, missiles, 2 damage multi-hit attack, delayed missiles, 4 damage, single hit attack, beam that does 3 damage to everyone. He can charges and then do a ram attack that does 4 damage to everyone, similar to Abomination. And he can also summon a beep boop. The best attack to get is the missile one. The others are really bad and you don't want them. You need to attack him twice to make him fall, and you have about a 30% chance of freezing him with Ice Fall. Phase 2 start at 35 HP, and he'll have attack up and defense down for the rest of the fight. We'll make sure to abuse his defense down with Hurricane Toss. The boss is really dangerous because he has too much HP with defense that I can't stall him too long with taunt and bubble shielding. I have to try my luck with his attacks. The only attack that is good is the missile one and the summoning beep boop. If he summons a beep boop, we want to quickly put it on the gun mod to guarantee a 0 damage block. That's not good RNG. My first strat was to taunt with Kabu with Super Block Plus. Every time the boss shoots a missile, he can change target. So it's actually an attack with multiple target. Can be really bad after phase 2. Most of my attempts were dead to the beam attack turn 1 or 2, and I even got it 4 times in a row. Come on! Bro. And I quickly started abusing his defense with a Burly Bomb to do more damage with Hurricane Toss because it versus 7? Yeah. After around an hour, I got this attempt. Turn 1, I use a Broly Bomb with Kabu to reduce his defense and do some damage. Then I use Spicy Berry on V and I do massive amount of damage with Hurricane Toss. Come on. Come on. Thank you. I quickly put him to phase 2 and I'm really hoping that they're gonna do either the summon the beep boop or charges. If he does a missile attack, I need him to focus either Leaf or V because they have super block and back support. And if he does a beam, I need to reset the fight. Okay, that's good. Okay. Now... Please. Please. Charge. We got it. Oh no. I need to not forget about this. Oh shit. Okay. If he did the delayed missile before, I would have won the fight right there. Okay. But I needed to bubble shield for the delayed missile because it's gonna do 4 damage, even with back support. Even if I super block, it's gonna do 1 damage. So I need to bubble shield here. So I'm doing this for like 100%. But now what I might do is or do 7 here. Oh, it's gonna do 5. Okay, 5 is good. Yeah, it's good, okay. I think we got it. I think we got it now. Yep. Just need to block that. Alright. Nice. Wow. Thank you, B33, for the RNG. Yes! God damn. Got it. Man, I think this was like 20 attempts. After 22 tries, I finally got it, and I beat B33 without taking damage, and I ended chapter 3. And this is where part 1 stops. This is my first edited video, so please leave a comment with any suggestion or advice on the video and subscribe to not miss part 2. If you want to follow my Twitch channel, there's a link in the description. I stream speedrun of Bug Fables and some challenge run. Alright, see you guys in part 2.